Magalies Water, one of South Africa's 8 water boards, responsible for bulk water services in the northwest, parts of Limpopo and Gauteng provinces, with a 54-year track record, has undertaken a mega bulk water project to respond more effectively to bulk water demands in Bojanala Platinum District. As a long-term solution to the current water challenges, Magalies Water identified the need to upgrade the Valkop water treatment works, including to bring water through the Pilanesburg supply scheme phase 2 by moving water from Magalies Reservoir to Phokeng and Tlhabane. The Pilanesburg Phase 2 project is now at implementation stage, and upon completion, an additional bulk water supply of about 70 megalitres a day will be directed to Rustenburg Local Municipality. This is their story.
The Pilanesburg Phase 2 project, it's a project that came into mind in 2009 when we realized that there was going to be a shortage of water in Rustenburg areas, especially in the areas of Tlhabane and the Royal Bafokeng administration areas. We then, in 2014, developed what we call a bulk infrastructure master plan for Magalies Water, and Pilanesburg Phase 2 was part of the projects that were identified in the master plan as a solution to solve the water challenge issues in the areas of Rustenburg and Royal Bafokeng. So when we then designed the project, it was aimed to bring about 70 megalitres a day or 70 million litres a day to Rustenburg, with 40 million litres a day earmarked for areas of Tlhabane and 30 million litres a day earmarked for areas in the Royal Bafokeng administration. The overall cost of the phase that we are implementing of the project is about 900 million rand. With the other phase, that is the branch that goes to Royal Bafokeng, which is estimated at about 600 million, we have not started with that phase. We are implementing the first phase of that project, which is the pipeline, the pump station, and the reservoir in Tlhabane. And Magalies Water is going to contribute 30% of the total value of the project, which is about just under 300 million rand. The Pilanesburg project is not only going to assist in the long run the people of Gauteng. The way we have conceptualized it, we are doing it in phases because of the budgetary constraint. But when you look at the whole project, it's a Pilanesburg project. So the phase 1 was the overall upgrade of the Valkop Water Treatment Plant from a 210 megalitres to 270 megalitres a day. The phase 2 is now to get water from Magalies Reservoir to Tlhabane. The phase 3 is to get water from Magalies to Gauteng Refill Local Municipality, going to Swartregens, Koster, Debi, and Mazista. Those areas with the design capacity of 20 megalitres a day earmarked for people of Gauteng. But when you look at the whole Pilanesburg scheme, it's even designed to take water to Zerast and all the way up to Shoppingstad, just next to the border of Botswana and the northwest. In terms of the expertise, Magalies Water has the requisite expertise. This is evident when you look at the large projects that we have implemented in the past, including the very same upgrade of Valkop from 210 megalitres to 270 megalitres a day. The current project we are implementing on behalf of the Department of Water and Sanitation in Brits, which is the upgrades of Brits Water Treatment work from 60 megalitres to 80 megalitres, with an ultimate aim of getting to 120 megalitres a day. So with those expertise and the experience of implementing the projects within budget, within a desired time frame, and also within the desired scope, I believe that we should be able to implement this project without any challenges from ourselves. We are hoping that this project will be a game changer in terms of the water supply issues or challenges that are experienced not only in the Bojanala Platinum District municipality, but even beyond in the Magalies municipality areas. Reflecting on the Pilanesburg project as a whole, it may look scary, it may look a daunting task to implement such a huge project. But for me, it presents a lot of opportunities where we are going to solve the water problems once and for all in the areas that have been experiencing serious water shortages. As I've stated, that the Pilanesburg project, the phase 1, phase 2, and ultimately phase 3, we will start to not only impact Bojanala district, but also in the Ngaka-Modiri-Molema district, where the Zerast will be getting water all the way to Shoppingstad. And in the meeting that we had yesterday, which was on a Sunday, unfortunately on a Mother's Day, with our teams in the Northwest, there is also an opportunity to look at getting water to branch from the Zerast all the way to Mafikeng, which will be gravitated, and that will be a cheaper option than pumping water all the way from the Val up to Mafikeng. And we are going to be looking at that alternative in our design, so that we can then feature that leg of supply to get water from Falkop to Zerast to Mafikeng and also to Shoppingstad. And we believe that the capital city of Northwest will then be addressed also in terms of water challenges.
My name is Washington Yika from Magalies Water, PMU division. My responsibility on this project, I'm the project manager, managing the project on behalf of the clients, which is Magalies Water. The background of this project starts a couple of years ago, somewhere around 2014, when Magalies Water, realizing that there is need to make a difference in the area of operation, which is here in the Northwest and other provinces, we came with an idea to have a master plan. That master plan was there to identify gaps in terms of the demands, and find a way to address those gaps. So a couple of projects were identified under the master plan, which were somewhere around 11 major capex projects. Some of those projects have already been executed. That includes also the Pilanesburg phase 1, which I'm going to talk about. So when those projects were identified, they were ranked according to their importance, and through a cost-benefit analysis, and it led us now to implementation in that order. So one such project that is coming from the master plan is the Pilanesburg phase, the bulk of the Pilanesburg bulk water supply system, and it's divided into different phases. Phase 1 is already taken place. It was completed somewhere around 2016 with the construction and the upgrade of the Falkop water treatment plant, and from there there was a connection through the Evergreen bulk water supply system, and the command reservoir, which is the Mafenya reservoir, was also constructed, and that was phase 1. Mainly, phase one has been serving and is still serving mostly the mines. But in order for Magalies Water to address the issue with regards to other areas where people are in gross short supply of water, Magalies Water then embarked on phase two, which was supposed to have been constructed then. It did not been the issue of funds availability. So this is where we are. We are constructing phase two, which is linked to phase one, which was constructed a couple of years ago. Then there's also another aspect of Pilanesburg bulk water supply system, which is phase three. That part is still on the planning phase, and hopefully with the availability of funds, it will be implemented. That aspect is taking water also at the same command reservoir, which is Mafenya, and is distributing water all the way to Tlhabane Reservoir Local Municipality. In terms of planning for this project, the intention was to straight away implement this project once the master plan was in place back then. But however, like I also mentioned, the issue of funding made it being delayed as far as where we are. The intention was to straight away go with the the planning documents according to Arabic. We, as Magalies Water, we managed to do the scoping and scoping reports as way back as 2014. The concept was also done back then with the IRS being approved as around 2017. Yes, 2017. So it shows that we have been planning this project from as far back, but it did not been the issue of funding. We would have finished this project. As far as funding for this project, we've got some role players who are involved in the funding to reach where we are. I'll start with the DWS, who are the main funder for this project. I think from before that, Magalies Water was providing bridging funding in order to produce all this design documentation, and that was before DWS could appropriate or allocate funds for this project. But in 2021-22, we managed to get some funds from DWS. Up to now, we have managed to get around 300 million for funding of this project. Magalies Water has also been able to also support in terms of co-funding, and I think we've got almost 100 million that Magalies Water has also contributed on this project. We've got role players, but we've got Rustenburg Local Municipality. They've got an option to provide upfront funding, but sometimes they can wait until the first drop of water. This is our off-taker. So normally they would then look at how much we spend on this project, and they would then be paying through the tariffs as capital tariffs to compensate for the capital contribution. So those are the options that can be that they can do. So yeah, we have got those three role players who are participating on this project. The specifications and the scope of this project, it involves construction of a pump station, which is a few meters away from Mafenya Command Reservoir. It's connected through a steel pipe system, a bulk water system, which is taking water all the way to Tlhabane Reservoir, which is situated in Tlhabane. The distance of that pipe is approximately 28 kilometers. Yeah, so the specification involves some earthworks. As you can see, these excavations, the laying of bedding, the laying of pipes. There's also, some welding that is also taking place. If you want, I can also take you to the pump station, where we are going to have three pumps that are going to be in the pump station. Meaning the system is going to be a pressurized system that is taking water from the command reservoir, Mafenya, and discharging in the Tlhabane terminal reservoir. If I can also specify of the three pumps, two will be on duty, while at least one will be on reservation in case of emergency. The system is designed to pump 70 megalitres per day, which will then be distributed to various users through the Water Service Authority, which is Madibeng Local Municipality. We are now at the Mafenya Reservoir, or the vicinity of Mafenya Reservoir. Behind me is the pump station, which is under construction. So at the moment they are busy with the foundations of the pump station. And far left, I think you can see the reservoir, the command reservoir, which is Mafenya Reservoir. So the reason why Mafenya has been strategically located at this point or a position is to make sure that there is because when this conceptualization was happening, there was also the mines inside. As you can see, I think you saw the mines which are close by this command reservoir. So strategically, it was a way to access the mines. And also, if you look now that we are now on phase 2, there is now an advantage that we are taking water further down to for human consumption in areas like Boshok, in other areas under Rustenburg local municipalities. So from here again, you find that the location is also an advantage that we can further even go to phase 3, which is under planning, in order to also take water further to Ketleng refill local municipalities and other off-takers, between this position and the final off-take, which is under those municipalities, yes. So the technical capacity of this reservoir is a reinforced concrete reservoir. As you can see, the capacity of this reservoir is 50 megalitres, or to explain it, in a simpler language, it's 50 million litres of water, which is stored in this gigantic, reservoir. So, with the demands that are realized, in areas that I've also mentioned, it has got capacity to supply those areas. Currently, with this project in mind, there's capacity to supply in the areas which are going to be served under this project. There's there's connection from our Falkop Water Treatment Plant through the Evergreen bulk water supply system, which then connects to this reservoir, and in turn it then connects to the mines that are surrounding. At the moment we are at Tlhabane Terminal Reservoir, which is under construction, as you can see in the background. So we are approximately 28 kilometers away from Mafenya Command Reservoir. So this project is situated in Tlhabane, right here in Rustenburg. Yeah, so that's where the water is going to be discharged before it's distributed I think about 100 meters away we've got existing reservoir. So there's going to be interconnection from this reservoir to distribute in various areas of RBA and Rustenburg Local Municipality. The size of this reservoir is 30 megalitres. So it's smaller than the one that we saw recently, the Mafenya Reservoir. In terms of completion and timelines of this project, okay, we are running these two projects in parallel, meaning it's a separate contract. The one which is composed of the pump station and the pipeline is a separate contract, whereas this where we are, the 30 megalitre Tlhabane Reservoir, it's a different separate contract. We started with the 30 megalitre reservoir, which commenced the construction activities in May last year, which is 2022. So we started construction on the 12th of May 2022, and it's an 18-month project which is going to run up until December of 2023, with a few additional days due to inclement weather. For example, we've got cases where there was too much rain, so it means those will be the extra days that will take us to the early days of December. And for the other contracts, which is the pump station and the pipeline, we started that project in 2023 in January, and it's a 14-month project which is going also to run concurrently with this project, but the end date is in April of 2024. In terms of the split on the, we call it CPG, which is community participation goals that are supposed to be met. We've got a mandate which is supposed to be delivered from the contractor, that 30% of the works, inclusive of supplies from the local and also the labor, goals must be targeted to the locals. So as this project is ongoing, we are monitoring that at a regular basis, which is monthly. Whenever we get a report, we have to scrutinize and see if there is compliance, and if the projections are also giving us an indication that that goal will be realized. So the contractor must satisfy the 30%, and also we have to make sure that the local economy, the local small to medium enterprises, they are also benefiting, and there's growth after this project. So in terms of the CPG for both projects, each project has got its scope that is earmarked for the local participation in terms of labor, the supplies from the community, and also the small to medium enterprises. So we have allocated 30% on both projects, which must be met by the contractor, and we make sure that we are also monitoring that exercise until the project is finished. The contract value of the reservoir is 73 million. Of the 30 megalitre reservoir is 73 million. In terms of benefits to the areas which are affected by the project, we are looking at around 27,000 households that are going to benefit under the Rustenburg Local Municipality, but for the Rustenburg areas, and there's about 36,000 that are also going to benefit under RBA. So all in all, I think if we do the maths, it's approximately, let's say, 60,000 households that are going to benefit when this project is completed. But I think already you can see the benefits are already happening, because we've got small to medium enterprises that are also participating. We've got the contractor also taking small to medium enterprises, and they are participating on the project. We also have the labor that is also coming from various wards around here who are also participating on this project.
In Madibeng Local Municipality, the water utility is currently implementing an upgrade of the Brits Water Treatment Plant from the current 60 megalitres a day plant to 80 megalitres per day. Phase 1 of the project was completed in July 2014, and upon completion, the plant will provide water to an additional 75,373 households in the Madibeng Local Municipality. This is what Magalies Water has been able to achieve to date.
My name is Jimmy Liburu. I'm a project engineer for Magalies Water under Project Management Unit, which deals with the running of minor and major CAPEX projects. The project is being funded by DWS. Magalies Water was appointed as an implementing agent. The project started in 2014. And the scope of the project is to upgrade the Brits plant from a 60 to an 80 megalitre plant. So it means that the people of Madibeng will be getting additional 20 megalitres, which will address the issues of water shortage and water provision within Madibeng Local Municipality. Well, it entails 3 phases that we did. Initially, there was the issue of upgrading the raw water pump station, which would be able to abstract additional water to pump it towards the plant, which we completed in 2020. And now, currently, what we are doing now, we are upgrading the plant, which includes adding additional treatment processes, which will obviously improve the water quality, because one of the challenges that Madibeng have had was the issue of the water quality because of the deteriorating raw water which comes from the Hartrebies dam, so they were having a lot of water quality issues. So with the new treatment processes that we're bringing on board, it will be able to deal with those contaminants and make sure that we have an improved water supply. But additionally, it means we'll also have additional capacity, which is 20 megalitres to go to some of the areas that were not previously serviced through the plant. Okay. So what we've included now, we've included a new structure, which is a new sand filter that will assist obviously in the water treatment of the water. We also have included a chlorine contact tank, which will also disinfect and improve the water quality. What we've also included with the old sand filters, we're converting them to GAC filters, meaning granular activated carbon, which will deal with the odor and the taste and improve the water quality. So those are the major treatment processes that we've added. So it means the water now will be going through additional treatment processes, making it a better quality and obviously making it sure that it's under 1 when it comes to the NTU. Because previously the municipality were having challenges keeping that water quality within the requirements, so that will assist. Well, we've had a number of challenges. Historically, we've had a number of site stoppages. That was obviously due to the local participation, which the community and unknown members of the community stopped the project, demanding the local participation. We did, however, manage to resolve that through appointing contractors which then subcontracted work to the local companies. We've also had some delays with regards to issues with regards to bad weather, so those are some of the historic challenges that we've had: site stoppages, community unrest. Some of them have been due to service delivery within the area local municipality, and them demanding obviously that this project be completed. So those are some of the challenges that we've experienced within the project. But also, maybe just to add, you'll see that the magnitude of this project is very big, and because this project now was implemented within each financial year, with regards to the allocations, we couldn't obviously expedite the whole project at once. We had to do it based on the allocations that we received from the department. So that's also one of the contributing factor towards the delay within the project, where we didn't get sufficient funding to complete some of the works, but also to start some of the contracts within the project. We've already reached our target. Our initial target was about 30%, but if I calculate based on now with the new appointments that we've done recently with the mechanical and the electrical contractors that commenced with the work in the beginning of the year, we now could be sitting around at about 35 to 40% with regards to local participation. What we've also prioritized is that all local material equipment be sourced within locally. So that's one of the things that has contributed to us ensuring the local participation. So currently, when we're looking at the progress, we are sitting at about 92% for the civil works. When it comes to the mechanical, we are sitting at about 73%, and we're sitting at about 24% for the electrical. You'll see when it comes to the civil portion of it, there's only one major structure which is remaining, which is the new sand filters. So that is the critical structure right now that is outstanding. However, most of the civil structures have been completed. It's just a matter of ensuring that we insert and we construct the roofing once the pumps have been installed and so forth. So currently what we have is we have the mechanical contractor who has started with all the installations for the depth, for the flocculator and all other structures that are available to him. And we also have the electrical following up, doing the instrumentation, electrical cabling and so forth. So we are moving quite, but obviously the only challenge now is just for us to complete this key critical structure, which is the new sand filters, which obviously might hold up our mechanical installations. Where we are now, actually we are at the Supernet pump station. You'll see that what we've done with regards to the new scope, we've added sludge dams, which will collect water that would have normally been wasted after they've backwashed from the other treatment processes. So what these structures will do will recover the water that is coming from the backwash and other waste that will happen throughout the plant. It will be captured through the sludge dams, and then it will filtrate all the way through to the Supernet pump station. And then this station will then pump the water back into the inlet works. So what that will do will reduce the distribution losses of the plant and recover more water back to the plant instead of it wasting. So this is another new structure that has been added to the treatment processes to recover water that would have normally been drained out of the plant and wasted. So before, there never was any sludge dams, but with the designs that we did for this plant, we then included the sludge dams, including the Supernet pump station. Now what that will do, it means it will then recover water that would have normally been wasted through the drains, capture it here by the sludge dams, and it will then filtrate to the Supernet pump station, pump it back into the system. By doing that, we'll then reduce the plant losses and give additional water to the inlet works. So initially, that was a big challenge that the municipality were facing, because obviously they have limited raw water that is coming from the raw water pump station. So with doing that, it will then optimize the raw water that is coming from the raw water pump station and minimize the losses so that we can have additional capacity to the plant. But also what it will also do, it will ensure that the municipality don't overuse with regards to their chemicals, because this water that would have been captured in the sludge dams, it would have already went through some treatment process and chemicals, and it means then when it goes back into the system, it will not take too much for it to be treated to meet the drinking requirements. So that is the benefit of us installing these sludge dams and also constructing this Supernet pump station. Yes, so what we've done also, because we'll be getting additional capacity, the high lift pump station will require additional pumps to pump the additional capacity out of the plant. So we've installed additional pumps that will be pumping the additional capacity. What we're also doing is we are also going to refurbish the existing pumps within the plant, high lift pump station. We're going to upgrade them so that they can be able to pump more capacity towards. There's 3 main lines that are going out of this plant, which is one which is going to the Brits town, one going to Tlhabane, the other line going to Mututlung. So by refurbishing and upgrading the existing pumps, we'll be able to pump more water to those communities.